Hey, folks, welcome to InTheMoneyStocks.com's intraday analysis video, brought to you by the creators of proprietary price, pattern, and time methodology. Learn the PPT strategies and profit for life. My name is Gareth Soloway, Chief Market Strategist here at InTheMoneyStocks.com. All right, folks, into the action we go today on this Tuesday, April 22nd, 2014. We do have more volume than yesterday, already over 50 million, almost 51 million here at 1:30 p.m. Eastern Time, but it's still generally light. And you can see again how early in the day we had more volume, and it's just trailed off here into the lunchtime session. So better volume than yesterday, but still not great. That would be the first point I'd like to make today. The markets are higher, though, across the board. S&P up 12, Nasdaq up 44, and the Dow up 107 points. I did sell a play that I've been holding for about 1 week today. I got rid of the IBB. The IBB, our entry was around the 211 area. It currently is trading at around the 235 area. We just sold it earlier this morning for about a 10.4% gain. So 1 week, 10.4% gain. Yesterday we took about 7% on Netflix. Just some beautiful trading opportunities out there. In addition, while I'm not going to tell you what positions they are, I did accumulate a short yesterday, as well as an ETF that goes up when the market goes down, and I've accumulated another short today. So what I'm doing here is slowly building my short portfolio. But the key is you have to understand that it's not just closing my eyes and shorting anything. You have to know specifically which charts are primed to pull back. And what you're trying to do here is find a chart that even if the market goes a little higher like it is today, it doesn't go higher as well. And just to give you a heads up, and this is a great example of it, there was a stock I shorted yesterday, right? And again, it's hard for me not to say it, but it's an oil player. But if you look at the oil stocks are down today. And so notice how with the market up, I was able to look at the charts and read it correctly, where even if they pushed up a little bit more before they start to pull back, you're still able to find a stock that doesn't go up with that. And I think that's the essence of it. That's really what you're looking for here, folks. So, again, you can always join the Research Center, take the 7-day free trial to get that symbol along with the other trades that I've put out here in the last day or so. And I am on the borderline picking up another trade here on the short side. It's very close to the target I'm looking at, and I just want to get it to that level. So, again, it might be coming out in the next 30 minutes to an hour if it hits that precise level. One stock I gave you guys yesterday that I said I liked was the 3D Systems here, and that stock's having a great day, up $2.60. One of the reasons why I liked it was the weekly chart. Take a look at this weekly chart here. All right, and again, look at this pivot high and this consolidation before the breakout, and look at that retrace right there. And look at the bounce over the last week. So this has been a good one I've discussed actually for the last week or so. Was a great setup, and it really has paid dividends if anyone took that opportunity. Across the board, generally things are up out there. I mean, I'm going through what I'm noticing, and there are a couple things I'm noticing. Number one, large cap safe stock haven stocks like IBM, like Hewlett Packard, like Microsoft. Those stocks and Intel as well, those stocks aren't doing that well today. And if we bring up, for instance, Hewlett Packard, you can see again, this is the weekly chart, but let me go back to the daily. Hewlett Packard actually has fallen off here as the market's been rallying, right? We've seen about a 5-day rally in the markets lately, and in all fairness, Hewlett Packard's actually sold off on that. So many people would be scratching their head and trying to figure out why. I mean, what's going on here that's causing that? And the answer is pretty simple. All right, these stocks did well when the market was falling. Right here, the market was falling and Hewlett Packard was going up because it was a safe haven stock. People were looking for high dividend paying stocks that have been around for decades, and they felt safer going in and buying those than being in a Netflix, being in an Amgen, being in biotechs in general, being in Priceline, and so forth. And ultimately, now that the markets are on firmer footing, those stocks are now, Hewlett Packards are selling off, while the Netflix we've seen, Netflix is having a great move on earnings today, trading up. It's trading off its highs, but it's still up $19.50, which is a solid move. All right, so that's really just making sense out of that. And again, very good price action here for swing traders. I love this swing trading market. If we go to a couple other little stocks that I mentioned, take a look at Priceline today, up another $10. That's had a good bounce. Yahoo, let's take a look at Yahoo. Yahoo's actually down a little bit, but that had a big move up last week into the 50 MA. Now it's just going sideways, looking for the next directional move. Okay. What else do we have here? Today after the bell, we see some big reports: AT&T reports, Cree reports, Amgen reports, Gilead Sciences report. I mean, it's just I'm missing about 10 other major names out there, but there's just a huge amount of stocks reporting. Tomorrow after the bell, you have Apple. So be ready for a lot of individual stocks to have big volatility. I think overall what I'm expecting now is the market to begin to top out, which is, again, what I said yesterday. Yesterday was expected to be upside. I was more on a mixed level today. Although I think, again, this extra upside is just going to help the next move to the downside. I'm noticing that a lot of pundits out there, a lot of analysts are getting very bullish. That's also another bearish signal you want to kind of take note of as well. So these type of things we want to pay attention to, and they can ultimately help us profit substantially. Just flipping back to the SPY, again, notice how the SPY has come up very nicely. And it's not that far from this high, but it's still in this inside bar move. If you look at this high down here, you're still inside of that. So as long as you don't close above that high there, which is right around the 190, 189 area, then this market would be considered an inside bar move up. And again, that's why, in all fairness, one of the technical reasons why I'm slightly on the bearish side now as we get into this Tuesday and into Wednesday time frame. Okay? A couple other things to look at. Take a look at the Nasdaq, the QQQ. Notice how far away it is from the highs. So the Nasdaq took the bigger hit. This is bouncing up. I'm actually looking for a retrace on the Nasdaq into this trend line and the 50 MA. Once it gets there, I think it's a great opportunity. I think that is going to be a spectacular level to look for on the short side. And again, if you want to see exactly what I'm talking about here, just zoom out. And this is a great trend line. So this trend line, from these lows essentially up, meeting the 50 MA, that's a retrace into that, and that will be a shorting opportunity. No doubt about it, folks. Okay, and my guess is that could be hit early tomorrow, and then you want to start to look on the short side for a pullback. Okay? All right, so that's what we have going on there. Let me just see if there's anything else breaking the bell here that we want to discuss. There's some big drops today. MDSO, ARTX, decent downside there. Upside, GWPH having a great day. GEVO, GEVO, biotech stock there. Biotechs the last few days have been hot, as we've seen some small caps especially get some bids there as well. But one stock, again, to keep an eye on, actually an ETF, IYT, which is the transports. Look at the transports. Transports at highs of the day here. And actually, this is the daily chart, so not only is it at the highs of the day, but it's at the multi-year highs, maybe even 52-week highs. But this is something you want to pay attention to, and I'll leave you with this today. Look at this. Look at the high right here, and look at that upsloping trend line right there. To me, that tells me that you're probably near a little bit of a resistance point on the IYT, and also could tell us that the market's overall, as this has been one of the leaders in the market could be coming into its highs as well. All right, guys, I'm going to leave you there, but remember, there's a 7-day free trial to InTheMoneyStocks.com. Come join us. Come profit with the pros. Profits are being generated left and right. The net gain for In The Money Stocks this year in the Research Center is now at, get this, guys, 171.22% net. All right, that's over 17% if you just put 10% of your portfolio in each of our trades this year. This is time-stamped. Face value is what it is. Go take a look at the track record. I mean, it's just that's what it is. Time-stamped track record. Can't be faked, guys. That's what it is right there. 171% or 10% if you put 10% in each play. 17.1+%. I think we're going to get it to, my goal is by the end of April to get it to 200%. So that's another 29% in the next week and a half or so. We're going to see if we can do it with these great moves in the market. All right, this is turning out to be, we're on pace right now to just blow out your last year's major gain of about 500% for the net year. I mean, think about that. We're not even a third done with the year yet, and we're already at on pace to do about 600% or so. So come join us here at InTheMoneyStocks.com. Come join the Research Center. That's where you get these trade alerts, time-stamped, text message, email alerts. We'll talk to you soon. Take care.